Another big highlight on Monday Night Raw was Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre defeating Titus Worldwide in a tag team match. And then after the match, Drew McIntyre cuts a fantastic promo. This motherfucker is money. I'm telling you right now. I love him. I look at him and I just see star potential. He's got an amazing look. He's good in the ring and he's good on the mic. What the hell else do you want? I don't think WWE should be doing anything with Drew McIntyre on Raw other than making him a Universal title contender. This guy needs to be at the top of the card. We don't have to rush it. Doesn't have to be tomorrow. I'm just saying once he gets rolling here with Ziggler, I think the only way to book this guy effectively as well is to make him a contender for the world title. Make him semi-main event or a main event guy. The guy has everything. I'm also getting this like Diesel and Shawn Michaels vibe from him and Ziggler. I'm still not quite sure about their alliance, but right now I'm liking it. And just Drew McIntyre's work is impressing me in his, 2 weeks on the roster so far. And it's funny too, because when you look at a guy like Drew McIntyre, you just look at him. I mean, look at the size of this guy. He is a big boy. And he looks great, and he's good in the ring, and he's good on the mic, like I said. And when you compare him to somebody like Roman Reigns, you would think that Drew McIntyre would be a guy that Vince McMahon is jerking off to in the bathroom. I mean, I think he used to be. Remember when Vince announced him as the chosen one and all of that? But now Drew has really come into his own. And when you're looking at it from Vince McMahon's perspective, we all hear the stories about how in love he is with Roman Reigns and how he is hell-bent on making Roman Reigns the next guy because of his look, and just the way he looks like a star. He's got the long hair and the beard and the muscles and all of that. Well, guess who else has that? Drew McIntyre. And I would argue that Drew McIntyre looks better than Roman Reigns. I don't know why WWE doesn't switch gears here and put all their eggs in the Drew McIntyre basket, because I think he's got all the tools. So far, I'm really impressed with Drew McIntyre. I think he's got a bright future on the main roster, provided that he's booked nicely and properly and correctly, and they don't fuck him up or do anything crazy. And I don't even want to see this guy contending really for the Intercontinental or U.S. title. I want to see this guy in the main event picture. And as far as winning the belt, I don't know. One problem with the wrestling fans is they get so uppity about everything. They want everybody to be world champion. Well, not everybody can be world champion. You can't put the belt on Drew McIntyre and Braun Strowman and Samoa Joe and Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles simultaneously. It doesn't work that way. So for me, I feel like the next guy in line for the title is Braun Strowman, but you still got Bobby Lashley to think about. And now hopefully you've got Drew McIntyre eventually in the mix as we go through 2018 here. So I think the world title situation on Raw is looking just fine, especially if you include Drew McIntyre, into all of that. So I'm going to keep my fingers crossed that we see big things for Drew McIntyre. But right now, I see dollar signs in this guy, and I'm wishing him and his push nothing but the best.